What up? Hey, good afternoon, guys. It is the end of the month. September just flew by. Hey, welcome to Lunch Talk. I'm your host, Rigo Murillo. Sorry for not being here last week. I'll break you down on that. Give you a little insight. On a round 2 of COVID, you know what I need to do is I need to come up with 10 reasons why getting COVID and being stuck in the house can be positive. I don't know. I can always count on you, Donnie, to give me something I'm not expecting. You know what we should have done? We should have fixed this monitor right there because it's you made an adjustment, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You made an adjustment because now it's off again. So when I'm looking at the monitor, I know I'm not looking at the camera. So it's all right, Donnie. It's a good thing they can't hear you because it would be a waste of their life because your excuses are old. No, you don't get to be on this show. Sorry, dude. Okay, so today is September 30th, the year of our Lord 2021. So funny enough, it was about 10 minutes ago, and realized that it's time to go live. It's showtime. I had a couple things that I kind of wanted to talk about, but I want to know how you guys are doing. I appreciate that you're here. Thank you very much. It is crazy. Listen, fall has started and it came in just at the right time. I'm ready for it. I don't know about you guys, but hoodies, the warmer clothes, a little overcast, a little rain, a little chill. I personally am happy about it. I enjoy the summer, but I don't like the summer to go on very long. So, but anyways, I'm glad you're here. So listen, if you've never been on our watched Lunch Talk before, this is basically what we do. We bring up conversation and topics that are important to you as leaders in the community. We talk a lot about current events and stuff that's affecting our business. So for those of you who don't know, we are a company that works within the renewable energy industry. So I have been in this industry since 2008. Worked at all kinds of different facets from the operations side at different levels, and then got into things like business development, sales, marketing, and got into strategic planning. And now today, our company, MW Partners, a media company, works towards strategy for sales and marketing with our clients. And we get to work with some great folks, number one. But the great thing about what we do is it allows us to stay very relevant and engaged in the market. And so what we do is we hear a lot of conversation. And it's interesting because, every business has their way of approaching and bringing themselves to the market, whether it's product or service. And so it's exciting because we can work with 3, 4, 5 sometimes of the same type of business, but they're not. They're not the same because no two are alike. Even if they have the same product or service or solution, they are different. And it is really interesting and it's actually eye-opening to see as we start to work with the connections and bringing them into the market and connecting them with the end user and watching how and why people make the decisions they do. Why do companies choose company A over company B? It is an absolutely exciting piece of the business of what I do. And it's it brings a lot of things to light. And so that's, as I was talking through this FOMO, it's funny because if you get to know me, you'll get to know that I am not the guy who's up on hashtags. I'd like to be, but if it wasn't for Google, right? I appreciate Google, and I love that my staff are young. Okay, Doug. But you know what? One of the things that I saw today, I thought was really interesting. I'll probably post it out in a little bit, but I saw this really neat. I saw this banner, and it actually was from Netflix. I didn't know Netflix had a banner, and it said, keep trying, don't give up. Remember, we started with DVDs, and I was like, man, that is powerful. Think about that, Netflix. Amazon started as a place to move books around, use books, right? You've got SpaceX. SpaceX started even before PayPal. You got Elon Musk that moved from one concept in business to the next, to the next, to the next. Now he's putting people in space. To me, it's tremendous. I think we've become so accustomed to seeing advancement happen at such a great speed, we don't even revel in it anymore. You ever wonder if that's a problem for us as humanity? Have we gotten so accustomed to the advancements in technology and the conditions that it allows us to live our lives in such a way that we don't even stop to realize that we're putting people into space through private commerce. You've got Bezos and Musk, and what's the Virgin? Yes, sir. I forget his name. If you guys know, drop it in the comments. I'd appreciate it. But Sir Branson, you guys know who I'm talking about. Listen, I mean, in just the last century, we were racing as countries against another country during a Cold War climate to put a man into space. Now, whether that happened or not, whether we got to the moon then or not, I like conspiracies. I'm one of those guys. I enjoy looking into them. I don't throw them away. We have footage released of aliens. Nobody's talking about it. I mean, have we become so numb with the things that are happening? The fact that I can now watch a movie without having to go to a movie theater, that I don't need to have a cable television. I can pick and choose what I want and stream. I can order my groceries and have them delivered, or I can pre-order them and pull into a little parking spot, never having to worry about getting dressed, brushing my teeth. Now that's gross, but you get it. Right? And what's that? Oh, we got some comments. Yeah, we still got to figure this out. It's all good. It's just, I can't see anything. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up. Give me a second, Daddy. What do we got? Richard Branson. Sir Richard Branson. He's a knight. Hey, man, if I was a knight, I'd be like, it's Sir Rigo Murillo. I've been knighted, fool. Yeah. I've heard it. That's stupid. I'm talking about being like, no, I don't care about that's lame. Lord Rigo Murillo, because I bought a little piece of land, not an actual plot of land in Scotland. I'm talking about being knighted by the Queen of England, dude. By the Queen of England. So, yes. So, listen, this is Lunch Talk. So, do me a favor. We do have some guests lined up for next week. It sounds like we might have just confirmed a booking for an interview here in our studios tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to start doing more of those, pre-record these, and put them out for you guys to watch. I'm actually looking forward to that. This last month was crazy, guys. We moved into our new studio, our new offices. We're getting things ready. We're starting to have clients come in. Boom. There we go. COVID hits and knocks the family out. For those of you who don't know, I have 6 children. My oldest son is in the field, comes home for his birthday. He ends up getting sick. So for the next 10 days, everybody gets it. And you know what? It was okay. We have a show for you to practice this stuff. Yeah. This is not the show. No, you're good. Just there's certain ones to do and certain ones not to do. It's all good, Donnie. I don't care. Damn it, Donnie. Okay, so if you are watching this, do us a favor, drop a hashtag live. If you're not following us, we would love for you to do that. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, we'll drop a link in. But if you're watching now, that's the one thing we'd ask you to do is go ahead and like, subscribe. If you like it, honestly, I really don't care if you like it. I want you to like it. Just hit like, even if you don't like it. But we're going to get back on the ball. Like I said, this week, we didn't get back in until middle of the week. So we're just kind of getting ourselves back to normal. Health is good. Children are great. Why? Because we take care of our bodies. And we have an ability to build natural immunity to these types of things. So I'm that guy too. So I believe our bodies were built for a lot of things. And I believe that clean living and good gut health allows you to ward off quite a bit. But to each your own. If you feel safer injecting your body with something that is not proven, go do it. I don't care. I'm good with just vitamin C and other things, but you get it. So I want to get back to the topic that I was discussing. And that's the FOMO. Do you know what FOMO is? FOMO, fear of missing out. Oh, shoot. That's what I was going to tell you. Drop a hashtag live. Thank you for those who are doing it. And if you want to know what's going on with us as we're going live, did we drop something in community? Erica, do me a favor. Drop a hey, right? Drop a link. We're live. Drop it in community. How do you do that? That's 316-799-8052. Hashtag lunch or hashtag live. Either one. But lunch will get you to this specific show. You want to know all the times we go live and anytime we bring something, that's going to be the either one, hashtag lunch or hashtag live, but that's still the 316-799-8052. So let's get into this. FOMO, fear of missing out. You know, for quite a few years, I've worked in different roles, corporate America, operations. You know, and it felt like as I got up in the morning, it felt like I was putting on a Rigo suit. Although I wore a suit and tie and I enjoyed it, there were times that I didn't. I guess I can't really hide this. I'm trying not to. It's kind of tacky. Well, that's why I cover it, because I'm not sponsored by anybody. That'd be nice. Sponsored by a good energy drink? Yeah, I'll take it. Put it there. It was a Rigo suit because it really who I was, right? I was playing a role. I was doing my part because why? Because we have a job to do. We have a living to make and we have a family to take care of. And so it's easy to find yourself in places where you wonder, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? So this message really, this is to two people. This is to a group of you that are working within an organization as an entrepreneur, entrepreneur. That's someone that has an entrepreneurial spirit and a mind. Okay. You're looking at things in a much bigger and a broader way. You're looking at how to change a company. You're looking at how to impact people's lives. You're looking at how to bring a value that's beyond just a job. Typically, you're the type of person that is pulled in through an internal mentorship program. You're typically identified as a leader and you're put into those roles. Most of you who are entrepreneurs become incredibly successful leaders, CEOs, CFOs, COOs, all of those C's. That's C type, right? And many times you are unemployable because you challenge the status quo, you challenge the system. And so then a lot of times you look at the fact that you are in a place that you can bring value, that no one's willing to take the risk on, so you do it. You take the risk. What's that risk? Well, that's the risk of security. You're now the entrepreneur. Now you step out. So for those of you who are entrepreneurs, this message is for you as well. And so we get to this place where I find leadership is a very lonely place. It's easy to feel alone. And so what happens is a lot of times we try to bring people into that circle, not recognizing that there are levels and steps of this where as you step out or you step into a new role, especially for those of you who are taking risk to step into a leadership role where possibly, you're going to be now held to a whole different level of standard where people say like, oh, that's really great, but man, why would you do that? Or, why would you put your family at risk like that? Or why would you step backwards? Because that's how they'll see it. Like, well, why? Oh, you're starting your own business. That's really great. It's really great. Good luck with your thing. With your thing. I used to watch. My brother's a musician. He's a very good one. He's made a very good life for himself doing it. It's a tough business. And I remember sometimes when we were younger, and even he was building his career, and people would say, how's that band thing going? Right? We're getting ready to hit into our 4th year here coming up as we come into the new year. MW Partners has been around for 4 years almost. We're almost there. It's a pretty exciting place to be. And I would watch people tell him that, just like people, hey, how's that? Oh, how's your business thing, your little side hustle? You know what? We've learned to call it a side hustle. I did the same thing, but we call it a little side hustle because we're afraid to step out and say, no, here's how this is going. I'm believing in a dream and in an opportunity. And the only way I'm going to be able to capture what I want further down the road is I have to make sacrifices and steps right now. I have to go do things that are out of my comfort zone, which is where we should be. It's where you should be. Being out of your comfort zone puts you in a position, first off, of always watching yourself to understand, are you properly protecting your path? All of a sudden, if you're smart, if you recognize somehow money stretches a lot further than ever before, you start making a lot less mistakes. And why? Right. Because you have a lot more risk. So you start to step out. How's that little thing going? So you get that, I don't know what to call it, but that's like the first stage. Oh, that little thing. That's really cool. That's great. And then what happens is, well, you've been doing it a little while. Now you start to get demonized. Now people start, you know, now they start talking about you. Well, yeah, I don't know. This guy was a real jerk. They demonize you. Kids will do the same thing. In these relationships, you know, if you're a parent, you get it. You're a hero in the beginning. You're that guy where everybody's, you're funny. Kids love you. Then you get to that place where all of a sudden now you're not so great. You get demonized. And then you work through that transition. And then that next step in your life is this place where you become humanized. People humanize you. Now they get it. They see it. It's that question, right? It's basically, why are you doing this? Why are you making this move? Why would you put your family through this? And then when you build what you were building, it's how did you do it? Again, look at Netflix. I love that. Remember, we started with DVDs. They sure did. They started with a program that Blockbuster Video was trying to do and couldn't do well, right? They were doing something different when you had Hollywood Video and Blockbuster Video, and you had these major conglomerates that were saying people would never walk away from the experience. This is what Blockbuster Video said. Before their demise, they said that the human experience of walking into a rental store would never be replaced by an online delivery system. By the time they figured out they were wrong, Netflix had already taken an edge of the market. And then they decided, you know what? We're going to build a digital platform, because this is where they were headed, way above their time. The whole world has changed in the last 10 years. This goes back to what I was saying earlier, the progression of what we've done, the speed at which we're moving, and what we can accomplish in our worlds today. That we get ourselves in a place where we're getting into a rut, where we feel burned out. We feel that we're missing out. And I believe the biggest reason is because we are living a life that is not worthy of what we were meant to do and what we were meant for. I hope, is this resonating with anybody? I'd love to know. Drop something in the comment, because one of the things that I found is, in my experience, people say, well, you need to separate your business and your personal life. And excuse my French, but I've always found that to be the biggest load of bullshit. How can you separate something that takes 2/3 of your life? It is your life. If you're a father or mother, you get it. You're working 10 hours, 12 hours a day, adding commute time, adding everything else. By the time you get home, what you do get with your children is very minimal. I spend more time with people that I worked with than I did with my own children or wife. And it wasn't because I didn't take time for them. I had to, and I did, but I still needed to take time for myself, and I still needed to to sleep. You add that in, 2/3 of your life is being taken up by the choices you're making in your careers. So this is your life. There is no separation. So if you are feeling that something isn't connected right, well, frankly, it's probably because it isn't. Because you're in a place that is not elevating you to give the most opportunity that you can give for your injection into the world. And I believe that this is something that we can change by learning to be more authentic. And if not anything else, the current situation in the world has given us the opportunity to be more authentic, right? We get to be more authentic now. Think about it. Before, we could go into, I was just talking to a team about this the other day. What are you doing, Don? Okay. Okay. Well, so for our LinkedIn folks, sorry about that. It looks like we crashed. We'll figure out what's going on. But being authentic, is the key to all of this. I'm going to speak more about this later. I want to get deeper into it, but I want to take some time. I want to gather my thoughts, and I really want to put this in a place where you guys have something to read. And I want to talk about authenticity. I want to talk about what it is for us to identify how we can build the best versions of ourselves by recognizing what it is that we should be doing versus what we think we need to be doing. And when you're getting to that place of feeling that you are alone, it's likely because number one, you are. And that is where a lot of times these roles will take you, which is why building the right mentorship and leadership and counsel in your life becomes so critical. And having ways of expressing and speaking out. Like this for me is my avenue. This is how I keep my creativity from becoming constipated in an emotional way. This is how I do it. But I want to talk more about that later. Also, we've got guests that we're working to bring in, which I'm excited about. We're back in the swing. We're moving into October. This is going to be a great month. There's a lot that's going to be going on. We're entering into quarter four. So we're going to start talking more about that. How to prepare yourself, how to prepare your business, how to prepare your plan, how to prepare your team, and getting ready to enjoy some better moments of our lives as we come to an end of year. And we want to get to there with a level of celebration. So I'm going to challenge you guys over the next few weeks on quite a few things. I'm going to challenge you on some opportunities, some ways to improve yourself, things that that have worked very well for me and others that I've shared this with as well. So I'm gonna leave you with that today. And we'll get more info out there for the rest of the week. We got a lot that's going on. We're going to be making some improvements and updates to the studio as well. So listen, guys, I want to know more about what you're doing and how I can help. Don, we're going to get ready to cut off here. So yeah, don't get up. But I want to know more about how we can improve your life by bringing better content. Let us know what you want to hear about. If you're not following us, please do that. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, to our LinkedIn pages, and more importantly, get involved with our community. So 316-799-8052, #live, #lunch. And we're going to get into this. Like I said, I just wanted to get on with you guys again today. We've got a lot that's been going on. Like I told you, we were out for about a week due to COVID. It's actually more than that, but I'd say 10, 11 days, weekends included, things like that. But it's put us a little bit behind, so we're catching up, but we're getting things ready and getting our schedule back to par. And next week, I believe Donnie will be in our other, like the studio will be ready for this show. Yeah, so we'll be fully there. So we won't have to keep the green screen up. Otherwise, it's just a blank wall. Yeah, and I think we're gonna go Thursdays with the show. So you guys let me know what are the best days for you. Were Wednesdays better? Are Thursdays better? I'd love to hear from you. I think we're gonna start using Fridays to do some long form interviews. So if we get enough of these, we might start posting them premiering them on Fridays for you. You guys, we have so much stuff that we're working on, and I'm excited about it. But I want to do more about what is impacting you in your life. So you need to let me know. Drop something in the comments. Let me know what you guys would like to talk about, what you would like to hear, and we'll start working on it. Who would you like to speak to? What type of personality are you looking for? And we're going to start bringing more of these types of guests onto the show. If you want to be a part of the show, let us know. Just send us a text to 316-799-8052. Listen, that was it. I got a lot I want to talk about, but you know what? I'm not going to be here all day, and I want to put a little more context to this. Yeah, because it's good stuff. I'm not just going to waste it and spit it out without it. I mean, it's all flown in my head right now, so I want to get it a little bit better set up. So, all right, guys, listen, I want you to have an incredible week. Today's the last day of the month, okay? It's the last day of the month. It's the last day of the quarter. This is a season. Seasons change in our lives for a reason. How are you going to impact the next 90-something days? How are you going to end the year? Right? Remember, Netflix just started with DVDs. It's just a few years ago. Every quarter, every day, you have a decision that you can make to create a new habit and process for yourself. It doesn't matter how many years prior of mistakes you have made. You're now in a position today, in the last day of September, to look and say, tomorrow is the first day of a new quarter at the end of a long year. And I've got 90 days to create a new habit and refocus in my purpose. This is what we're going to focus on for the next couple months. I am actually really excited to do more of this with you and to start to push in, right? Because we want to get through and make this the most powerful and impactful year that we've ever had as we're getting ready to prepare ourselves to go into 2022. My God, how fast that moves. All right, listen, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. I'm glad that you're here. Drop some love in the comments for us. Outside of that, I'm looking forward to talking next week, and we'll have some special guests. We'll announce it probably first of the week, let you know who they are. And we'll get into this a little bit more. Outside of that, have a great day. I really appreciate it. And we'll leave you to that. Donnie, why don't you go ahead and send us out. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for being here on Lunch Talk. I'm Rigo Murillo, signing off.